And it's that theme of optimism that I try to carry on in everything I do in my life, and I try and have it, and I try and give it to people. And I'm not talking about like that fucked up, proselytizing, Tom Cruise, like Scientology fucking scene. Just, I'm nice to people, I want it, I give it back. And I got the flu for the first time. And I never had it. I'm 31 years old. And people always talk about it. I assume it's like a designer fucking cold. But I didn't realize it's debilitating and it makes you weak and sad and lonely. And I went back to the doctor because he wanted to run some extra tests just to be safe. And he said, my main concern is seroconversion. And I'm like, the fuck is seroconversion? Isn't that an episode of Battlestar Galactica? And in very simple layman's terms, he tried to kind of spin it to me that seroconversion was like the springtime of AIDS. And I have so many friends who are positive, and I understand we live in a very PC time, and I never want to offend anyone or belittle anyone or make them feel small, but, you know, I thought to myself, AIDS is a fucking horrible, terrible, killer disease. I mean, we have figured out how to cure restless leg syndrome, but AIDS is still out there. But you know what, doctor? It is not a fucking cherry blossom. The truth is, I have had unprotected sex, and I don't want to become an advocate for it. It's not what this is about. It was something sacred and special and amazing for two people, and the truth is, for the first time in my life, I trusted someone. And I grew up in the era of AIDS, and I always believed that, to be honest, everyone had sex with condoms. It wasn't until about 4 years ago that I realized some people don't. But I often prefer to double bag it before I go in there. But all of a sudden, he put the needle into my vein, and almost like that meditative state, but not. I just kind of went into this haze, and I don't know where I was, and everything just went dark, and all of a sudden I heard that one voice that has haunted me my entire life, the voice of my mother. You moron. Everything you touch turns to shit. Needless to say, finding a Mother's Day card for her is often very difficult. I don't know how much time passed, but the doctor kept nudging me. Mr. Saft, Mr. Saft, Mr. Saft. And in the most condescending tone, are you aware of your HIV status? And with confidence, I fired right back at him and I said, Doctor, I am an openly homosexual, newly 31-year-old, occasionally sexually active, single man who lives on West 20th Street, is occasionally referred to as the Samantha of the group and has pre-written text for late-night Craigslist postings. Of course, I am aware of my HIV status. It's optimistic. That's not the punchline. And just in case anyone's wondering, because there is one or two people I have slept with in this audience, the experience, my mother's comments, and my test results were all negative. But I got home the next day, and not the comedy next day, and I got this in the mail from the San Francisco AIDS Foundation. Thank you for your gift, Mr. Saft. Did I gift someone and I don't even fucking know about it? They know. Needless to say, I continue to test myself every month just to be safe.